أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا Muhammad وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. This is for YouTube, inshallah, and Instagram. And it's just some thoughts that are on my mind that I want to express, inshallah. So I decided to become active again on Instagram with my Instagram account, ulayya.study, in which I share, foundations of the deen, aspects about marriage, eritology, the study of sexual love and behavior, and life experiences in order to benefit those who benefit. And I have seen some things, heard some things on social media that I wanted to share my thoughts about. Barakallahu fikum. The first thing I'll talk about is the hijab. Alhamdulillah for the hijab. Alhamdulillah for the hijab. The hijab is something beautiful. The hijab is not just a head covering. That's a khimar. That's just the head covering. Hijab is the covering of the woman from head to toe. The entire head covering, the entire covering of the body. So this is hijab. And alhamdulillah, a part of that, which is obligatory according to some ulama, is the niqab as well. And it has conditions, just like there's conditions for the salah, there's conditions for wudu, there's conditions for umrah and hajj. The hijab also has conditions, okay? From those conditions is that it is not meant to be a garment of fame. What does that mean? It means that you're not wearing something, whatever clothing you're wearing, in order to seek attention, and attract fame from other people. So alhamdulillah for the hijab. And that condition of not seeking fame and attracting fame, this is in the essence of propagating and spreading and enforcing and strengthening modesty and shyness. Right? Alhamdulillah. So now on Instagram, TikTok, and all of these other social media apps, we have influencers that are hijabi influencers, niqabi influencers, etc. And their followers aren't just women. They can say, oh, I want to inspire women, I want to teach people about Islam, this and that and the third. But in reality, their followers are many men, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of men following these sisters, liking their posts, complimenting them in the comments. Astaghfirullah. You sister, and don't blame the men. The men, they have their own blame, right? They have this separate blame. But you're to blame. So the blame that is upon you right now is that you're doing something very, very disgusting, very dishonorable. Understand? And I'm not equating you to another kind of sin. La. I'm going to tell you what you're doing. Right? So if the hijab, the conditions of the hijab is that you enforced modesty by not wearing a garment of fame. But you're doing the opposite of that by posting it on social media. What are you doing? You're taking away the haiba, the prestige, that high elevated status of the hijab. That's what you're doing. Understand? You want to teach people about Islam? Teach people about Islam. Seek knowledge. Teach people. Teach the young women. Teach the women. We need that more than niqabi influencers and hijabi influencers. But you take professional photos of yourself, dozens, more than dozens, maybe hundreds for some accounts, and you put qahal on your eyes, eyeliner, and you wear the niqab, right? And you know nothing about the deen in reality because you think this is something that's good. You're taking away the prestige, the honor of the hijab. All of this, many sisters that are working and trying hard and making an effort to wear the niqab, to wear the hijab, and you're making a fantasy out of it. You're making a second life out of it. Many sisters on Instagram I've seen, a handful I should say, they'll say in their bio, not in niqabi in real life, just for Instagram, an aesthetic purpose, to show beauty. What? The purpose of the niqab is to hide beauty. You do the opposite thing, sister, women. May Allah guide us and protect us and all of us. May Allah amend our affairs, increase us in beneficial knowledge, and make us amongst those who practice the knowledge. and purify our hearts. I mean, the second thing I wanted to talk about, and it's another thing I've seen happening on social media since for the 10 years I've been on these social media apps. Oh, I'm only on Instagram, Facebook. I would never get on TikTok. Anybody that's on TikTok, you know, that's ridiculous, especially if you're an adult. May Allah protect us from wasting time. Bismillah. The second thing that was on my mind that I wanted to share is that unfortunately there's many young people, and I see this usually in young men doing this. They don't want to strive to seek knowledge. They want the platform of being a talib, being an ustad, as fast as you possibly can. And people have figured out a way to get this done, right? How do you do this? How can you just level up without even doing any of the work, right? How do you do this? They attribute themselves to a certain group of people. These people, this publication, may Allah guide them and us, at least those who follow them, they say, I am with so-and-so, so I'm somebody that you should take knowledge from because I support so-and-so, you know? And if they ever come in a disagreement with someone else, they'll say, oh, I don't know him to be a person of knowledge, right? Just because they don't know him or whatever it is. So they limit the people of knowledge. They limit people. It doesn't matter if the brother studied, not studied, it doesn't matter. We don't know him to be somebody of knowledge. You know, and they talk in this weird tone. Like they're talking to 50 people at one time, they'll talk to you the same way. It's so weird. And they have worst manners. The way how they say a person's manners is something they inherit from their teachers. So if you see a person acting not respectable, and they're acting hasty, and they don't have the ability to be corrected, and they don't have the ability to take advice, and they're defensive all the time, you know, see who they take their knowledge from. And look how those people react every single time. And look how they react every single time somebody tries to correct them. Whether it's an alim, a scholar, or a student of knowledge, look how they react. Sometimes if they don't agree with the ulama, whatever scholar it is, they throw that scholar behind their backs. La ilaha illallah. Unfortunately, people I admit, they have some amazing works that I have benefited from. But their adab, their manners, alhamdulillah for guidance. Alhamdulillah for guidance. People, they'll use their association to this publication, may Allah guide us all, in order to jump the ladder. In order to say, oh, I'm with them. This is who I take my knowledge from. So now I can be the imam of Instagram. You know, I can be that one. I can be somebody you take knowledge from. I'm the one who you can DM me. I'm 18, 19, 20 years old. You can trust me. My teachers, you know my teachers? Your teachers don't even know your name. All you do is watch video posts on Instagram and this and that. You don't even have a notebook. You don't even complete a book. Did you study Arba'in an-Nawawi, Thalathat al-Usul, like completely study it from a real teacher who knows your name, who you adapt and learn your manners from, who you sit with? La. You watch an Instagram post and share an Instagram post. Everything that you share on Instagram, and a lot of these brothers do this, and sisters do this too, their first post of the day or story of the day has no relation to the second one. They never complete something, right? They never complete something. How many books have you studied in which you collected benefits and shared from those books? Huh? Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Rather, you just randomly share posts. Oh, I'm going to take this post from this one. I'm going to take that post from this one, and I'm going to put it on my account. And you think this is seeking knowledge. This is something that makes you have a pedestal to teach and educate. La ilaha illallah. And again, if they did not attribute themselves to some certain peoples, may Allah protect us, they would be stuck where they are. They'll still be nobody. But because now they joined the club, oh yeah, I know that brother, this and that and the third. La. Be careful who you take your knowledge from. Understand, the people who you take your knowledge from, this is who you're going to become, right? And seeking knowledge, obtaining knowledge, should make you a person that is kind, lenient, problem solving, not somebody that's constantly attacking the Muslims, not somebody who's is encouraging fitna. You know what I'm saying? Not somebody who's doesn't have a solution for anything. Not somebody who's constantly talking about the ulama, negative things about the ulama. La ilaha illallah. Anyways, those were the two things I wanted to talk about. Subhanakallahumma. This is beautiful Florida, you guys. Alhamdulillah, this is my neighborhood. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.